Hello, YouTube. Today I just want to make a video explaining the new Frostbite. So with the Vorax season, they are reworking ailments. And I think the ailment that has caused most confusion so far is Frostbite, so I just want to explain how the new Frostbite works. In essence, when you have Frostbite on an enemy now, they have reduced attack and cast speed and movement speed. But also, they take 1% additional cold damage for every 1 Frostbite rating. This part is very important, and it has a base Frostbite rating of 10. So what that means is, this season, your max Frostbite rating is going to be 10. Okay? And you need to increase this number from 10 up to 100. And the way you're going to do that is with max Frostbite rating. And 100 is the cap. So what is max Frostbite rating? If you go into the profit tree, we'll see stuff like this. Extreme coldness, plus 50 to max Frostbite rating. We'll go into these talents, plus 2 to max Frostbite rating, plus 5 to max Frostbite rating. And even on like gear, like rings, you're now able to craft plus 15 to 20 to max Frostbite rating. So in essence, if you were playing a cold-based build, you now need to try and get plus 90 to the max Frostbite rating, because that's going to allow you to get to 100 Frostbite. And why do you want to get to 100 Frostbite? Well, the first and most obvious reason that we want to get to 100 Frostbite is because that is just the cap, and then enemies are taking 100% additional damage, which is really good. But the next important thing is this. The enemy will be frozen once they have more than 100 Frostbite rating. So the way that this is going to work is you get plus 90 to max Frostbite rating to get to 100 Frostbite, and every single time you attack an enemy, they're going to be frozen for 2 seconds. So you freeze them for 2 seconds, then there's a 3-second period where they're not frozen. So frozen here, 3-second period where they're not frozen, and then there's going to be another 2-second period where they're frozen. And it's just going to keep alternating like this. So just to clarify another thing, I guess, about this mechanic is when you hit an enemy, whatever your Frostbite rating max is, that is what you apply. So if you have 10 Frostbite rating, you're applying 10 Frostbite rating on your first hit. If you have the cap of 100, you're always instantly freezing enemies and instantly applying the cap of 100 Frostbite rating to the enemies. So immediately they're frozen and immediately you're doing 100% additional damage to them the second you start attacking them. And it is possible to increase this cap of 100 if you're playing Gemma 2, because she got reworked this season. Gemma 2 has Deep Freeze, which has this line. Frostbite rating can exceed its upper limit up to 150/200%. So if you have Deep Freeze from Gemma 2, then instead of the cap being 100, it goes all the way up to 200 at Geo Memory level 3. But be warned with this, you do then need to get another plus 100 max Frostbite rating. So even if you have a Euro trait, but you only have plus 90 to max Frostbite rating, you're only going to be applying 100 Frostbite. You do need to invest an extra 100 max Frostbite rating to reach the 200 max. That is basically the TLDR of how the new Frostbite system works. So enemies, you always apply your max Frostbite rating. You have a baseline starting max Frostbite rating of 10, and you need to increase it with items, or talent trees, or pedigrees, or whatever. You need to increase it from 10 to 100, which is the cap, or if you're Gemma 2, to 200, which is your upper limit new cap. And each Frostbite rating is essentially just 1% additional damage taken by the enemy. I hope that makes sense to everyone, and I hope that clears up any confusion people might have about the Frostbite mechanic. That is also why a lot of people have been hyping up the new Gemma 2, because the reworked Frostbite just seems very, very, very powerful, and just seems like cold builds in general are going to be very, very strong this season. And they were already very strong. But anyway, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all those beautiful things. And I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye, YouTube. Bye-bye.